Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network, live, woodwardsports.com. As always, Adham, Beydoun, Jeff, Iafrate. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Man, I feel great. Even though I was up late last night watching LeBron break the record, it was special. It really was. I mean, for LeBron to do what he did last night, and for a record that stood still for nearly 40 years, I mean, I never thought I'd watch someone break it. LeBron broke it, and it was special. It's funny. As soon as he broke it, it turned into it's like they won the NBA championship. The entire court flooded with individuals. But man, I was up late last night, but it was worth it. It really was. Got to witness history. And I don't think we might never see it be broken.
Yeah, we said that the first time, right?
It took 40 years, though. 40. But it is a different era.
Here's where I'm at this morning. I won't be shy about this. I've always thought Michael Jordan is and was the greatest basketball player of all time. Oh. I didn't think LeBron James breaking the scoring record would be the needle point, or the tipping point where you could now say definitively. I don't think you can ever say definitively who the greatest basketball player of all time is. I don't think that's real because it's so opinionated. There isn't a single statistical data point that you can look at and say that makes you the greatest ever, right? So I never thought him passing Kareem would be the turning or tilting point, but I think what makes LeBron the greatest basketball player of all time is that people like me, Skip Bayless, any of you watching at home, Jeff, Broder, Fish, whoever, is that everybody in the world tries so hard to deny it from him. Nobody denies it from Mike. Nobody. Nobody sits there anymore and says, at the time, Michael Jordan, no, not the greatest ever. It was Magic. It was this guy. It was that guy. It was Kareem. No, we don't do that. Oh, well, Michael had a first-round exit. He always lost to the Pistons. He always lost to the... Nobody ever says that.
Or who he played in the finals.
None of that. But with LeBron James, we feel the need, instead of appreciating how great he is, because at worst, he is one of the two greatest basketball players ever.
Right.
Congratulations. That's where you guys can go this morning. I don't care. What I know is this man is first in all time in points. He's first in points. And we don't ever say LeBron's a great scorer. Well, what is the definition of a great scorer? Is it not pretty enough? Does it need to look like AI or Tracy McGrady?
Or Kevin Durant,
or
Michael
as
Jordan.
Reckless as at times like Kobe Bryant?
Right.
Or does he need to be 7 feet dribbling around like Kevin Durant? Does anybody think Giannis in this room is a great scorer? Because I do.
I do. He is.
He's unbelievable. Any night he wants to drop 40, he can.
Yep.
He has that capability. Okay? Well, was Shaq not a great scorer?
Yes.
He was. So why isn't LeBron? Because for 19 years, he's not a great scorer.
It's a terrible narrative.
But he's averaging 27.3 a night for his entire career.
Tied for third with Kevin Durant. So...
So what is the definition of a great scorer? It just needs to look good for you?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? Fish, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you if you don't get back in there. Not in the mood today. So what is it? What is it? Oh, the idea that he's fourth all-time in assists and will work his way into the top three? So forget the numbers. Forget the 10 finals appearances. This guy is the most scrutinized player in NBA history.
I know.
We never did this to Mike. Ever. And I know social media, it's a different age. I get it. He left his original team, went to Miami, teamed up with his boys. Yeah. Save it. You could have used that narrative when he left Miami, and had he not won another chip, you could have used that narrative, and I would have sat here and said nothing. Went and did it in Cleveland. And went and did it in LA. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
He's won everywhere he's been. He's been to 10 finals. I'm not going to punish him for being more durable and greater for a longer period of time than Michael Jordan. Oh, well, Michael retired, and then he retired again, and then he came back a third time. I don't care. It's not an excuse. LeBron should be rewarded for taking care of his body for 20 years, investing millions and millions of dollars into his body every year. That should be applauded. All athletes should do that. And he's managed to stay at the top of his game. And he didn't break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record at age 43, limping on his back, dribbling up the court, averaging 9 points a game, averaging 30 points a game this season, shooting well over 50%. No issue. So if it's not the all-time leader in points, which one is it? What is the statistical data point that makes LeBron the greatest? I don't know. Is it finals appearances? Because Michael and LeBron are not one in that. Is it most rings ever? Neither Michael or LeBron are not one in that.
It's Bill Russell.
Is it points? It's LeBron. Is it rebounds? It's not LeBron. It's damn sure not Jordan. Is it assists? LeBron's fourth. Jordan not even close. Which one is it? How about the guy that shoots a higher effective field goal percentage? Or let's talk about the three-point game, right? I'm not going to use the three-point game argument only because in Michael Jordan's era it wasn't a thing. Having said that, LeBron adapted his game to the league. Just like I could make the case Michael or any other great player would have adapted their game midway into their career, but LeBron did it. They should be applauded for that, no? So, look, I'm a big Michael guy. I think 6-0 means something. I think 30 points a game for your career means something.
Absolutely.
I think being the defensive juggernaut he was means something. I think being, again, one of the two greatest players ever means something. But why do we continue to deny LeBron the greatness and the appreciation he deserves? I don't know.
I know what it is. I think it's gatekeeping a little bit. I mean, it's hard. When you're watching LeBron, if you're an NBA fan, which especially nowadays, it's not as popular as it used to be, you appreciate the greatness you're witnessing with LeBron. I mean, and there's so many false narratives out there, and that's what frustrates me so much. Like, you know, the most BS thing that people say about LeBron, and especially nationally, is he doesn't have that clutch gene. Oh, okay. Well, can I interest you in the most clutch points ever? Can I interest you in the highest efficiency in the clutch ever over Kobe and Jordan? Does that entice you? I mean, those are facts. So I get, you know, if you hear that narrative, well, LeBron doesn't have that dog in him, and especially MJ had that dog in him. I get all of that. But to be first in points and first in efficiency in the clutch, I mean, does that not matter? Like, that stuff, game-winning shots, LeBron's first on the best efficiency. So that stuff is the false narratives that get out there, especially in today's age in social media, is one of the biggest things. LeBron has been scrutinized his entire career. It is what it is. But for me personally, I mean, to me, watching LeBron as a player, he is the greatest I've ever seen. Now, you can define greatest however you like. If you want Jordan and all of his championships, 6-0, that's fine. Context does matter, though. And with LeBron and the era he played in, it's a different era. I mean, you're facing the best, arguably, team put together of all time with the Golden State Warriors. There's so many, and that's why I like to appreciate guys in their era. Like Jordan, greatest of his era. LeBron, greatest of this era. I think the debate about who's the greatest ever, I mean, that's why I love having these debates, because you can go on and on. You can make an argument for multiple guys. If you want to go Kobe, okay. If you want to go Jordan, that's fine. LeBron, that's fine. You can even go Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, so on and so forth. So with LeBron, I think last night watching him doing what he's doing at 38 years old, and I know people bring up, well, it's because he's played a while in the league, right? He's 38 years old. Well, I mean, if you want to compare it to Emmitt Smith didn't have 1,000 yards his last 3 seasons. LeBron's averaged 30 points the last 2 seasons. He's playing better at his age, opposite of Emmitt Smith. So it's not like he's just tacking on points. The guy's playing at an extremely high level. He's leading the Lakers. If you watch the Lakers game last night, you know what I'm talking about with the talent they have, because Russell Westbrook is a fantastic player. He's going to win 6th Man of the Year, but still, I mean, Data Davis, you got Anthony Davis missing half the season, and LeBron and what he's doing, they need every point that he's able to get for them. I mean, they need everything from LeBron at 38 years old. It's unreal, but he's doing it. and he's staying healthy, which is also unreal. I mean, when you think of legends, especially some of the all-time greats, towards the end of their career, there's this period where you see the regression. With LeBron, you see the progression. And I can't believe I'm saying that. You're seeing a much more improved LeBron, especially with his three-point shot. There's so many things that I think with LeBron gets overlooked and underappreciated, and I get it. A lot of narratives out there. People feel how they feel, and that's fine. But if you didn't see J.J. Redick's breakdown of LeBron and why he feels like he's the greatest scorer ever, he makes a case. And again, it's like Adam said, how you define scorer. Does it look pretty? LeBron really doesn't. The only weakness LeBron really has is his free throw shooting.
You know what makes LeBron great?
Like he,
is that everybody
as
in the
a
chat?
Complete player, he's the most complete.
I'll tell you what makes LeBron great, and one of the two greatest ever, and I could argue the greatest, is that all of you in the chat have your panties up in a bunch, and you keep finding reasons why he isn't, but the truth is, there is every reason why he is. 10 finals appearances, 4 championships, the MVPs, the finals MVPs. Which one is it? 4-time finals MVP. Is that not good enough? What about the regular season MVPs? What? Robbed of a defensive player of the year award he should have won?
I love this one.
Which one is it?
Super Juggernaut. If Kobe wasn't such a good team player, he would have more 60-point games.
What does that mean? I don't get. Why does that matter?
No, hold on.
Look, Kobe's dead. Honestly, a lot of you think he was better than what he is.
No,
I'm just going to say it.
But hold on. That comment, though, if Kobe was more of a team player...
He was a team player.
Or excuse me. If he wasn't such a team player, Kobe
took up more shots and was a less effective shooter than LeBron James.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Kobe was never an efficient scorer. Like, I don't know what people... This narrative gets out.
He was a great, difficult shot maker.
Absolutely.
And that's why we loved it, because that's what Mike was. But Mike was way more efficient than Kobe. Kobe was never near Mike's level. Mike was super efficient. People forget that. And the one thing Mike has that the one thing Jordan has that LeBron will never have, and I say never because I doubt he makes it back to a finals, is that Game 6 against Utah. That shot is worth 10,000 points.
Right.
5,000 rebounds, 3,000. That shot that Michael hit against the Jazz and the defensive play he made leading up to it, that moment, nobody has that in NBA history. Nobody, not even LeBron James. He has the block. He does have that block, but I've seen Tayshaun Prince do it. Not in the NBA Finals. But who has hit a shot of that magnitude on the road, Game 6, NBA Finals? Nobody. Like, I get nostalgic with Michael. I love Michael.
Absolutely.
There are things he has that LeBron will never have, but there are also things LeBron has that Michael will never have.
Bingo.
And if you ask me whose career would I prefer, I don't know how to answer that, because I would love to win more, yes, but I would also like to get to 10 finals, no? Instead of 6. Would I like to be the greatest scorer of all time? I don't know. I'm just saying. I think what makes LeBron so great is that we all try so hard to deny him that appreciation of how great he is. I think that's what makes him great.
Yeah.
It's not just the numbers. The numbers are easy. But we'll take a break. When we get back, continue the conversation. We'll get to Brandon Aiyuk and his weird-ass comments later on in the show. Aaron Rodgers going on a darkness retreat. Huh? Right? Anybody? Should the Detroit Pistons pursue Grant Williams? We'll talk some Jerami Grant as well. Is he a possible free agent for the the Pistons this upcoming free agency period? The Saints interested in Derek Carr. We'll get to the Lions in the second hour. A lot coming up today. Kool-Aid joining us at 9:40. But before we do, I got to tell you about my good friends over at Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. No appointment necessary. Their stylists will take care of you like they take care of me. So get to a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Let me tell you about my good friends over at Matrix Home Solutions. Looking to renovate your basement, your cabinets, hell, your bathroom. Best in the business, the best contractors over at Matrix Home Solutions, an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. Call 888-594-8844. We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show. And, you know, Jeff and I were sidebarring a little bit. What makes LeBron James the greatest basketball player ever? Is it that he plays the game the right way? And when I say the right way, there isn't a right way to play. You play the game to win. But the idea that he always makes the, quote, right decision, I think that should be praised.
He gets scrutinized for that.
Scrutinized. Oh, what a word that is, Jeff. You know, let's go take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Scrutinized. When LeBron James... Oh, wait. Adam, you're a little ahead of yourself this morning. When Michael Jordan came into the league, was he the number 1 overall pick?
No.
Oh. Was he a number 2 overall pick?
He wasn't, no.
No. 3rd, huh?
Yep.
Out of North Carolina?
Yes.
When Michael Jordan showed up to the Chicago Bulls, was the front page headline the next great? The next great one? The future GOAT? No. Michael Jordan walked into the NBA with the expectation of nothing. Expectation, hopefully, of being a very, very good player. And he ended up being the GOAT by the time he retired. Yes, that's a fact. LeBron James walked into the NBA, and you demanded 12 All-Star appearances. You demanded 10 first-all teams. You demanded 4 MVPs. You demanded 4 championships at minimum before he ever dribbled a basketball in the NBA.
The chosen one.
Partly due to his fault, right? He's got to take some responsibility for that. He was part of that, but the point is, he was expected to be that. And he delivered. Guys, go look at some of the greats in every other sport. Huh? Did we expect Barry Bonds to be one of the greatest hitters ever?
Even Tom Brady.
Did we expect Miguel Cabrera? Did we expect Tom Brady to be the greatest quarterback ever? Did we expect, again, the word expect, Calvin Johnson to be one of the 3 greatest wide receivers ever?
The only one I could probably bring up would be Peyton Manning. I mean, the number 1 overall pick. You expect him to be great, and he lived up to that.
Back to the point. Did you expect it? Did you put the label, this is the next one? No. You know why? Because that's impossible. And LeBron did the impossible. He took all of our expectations and said, fuck you, watch this, including me. Now I'm going to eat some humble pie. And I'm not going to sit here and argue with all of you and say, well, LeBron is 4-6 in the NBA Finals. Fine. That's fine. I don't care, actually. Michael is on a pedestal in certain regards that LeBron James will never reach him. Like I mentioned, the shot, 6-0. LeBron can never touch that. But you know what Michael can't touch? Points, rebounds, assists, field goal percentage, 3-point shots made, 3-point percentage. All-time scoring leader. But those don't matter. All those numbers don't matter because it doesn't fit our narrative. And I'm a big Mike guy. I am. That's my guy. There was once upon a time I looked at Isaiah almost in the same category as all these players. You know? You can have some bias in you. But can we please, the morning after he became the all-time scoring leader in the NBA, can we please just acknowledge how great he is? And if you think Michael's the greatest, fine, no problem.
Yeah, that's what makes it so special.
No problem.
It's a good debate.
It's not much of a debate. Statistically, it's not a debate. If you bring up everything, and this is coming from me, Points, LeBron. Field goal percentage, LeBron. Assists, LeBron. Rebounds, LeBron. Everything is going to line up in his favor. Longevity, LeBron. LeBron, yes, didn't win 6 rings. He didn't go undefeated. But he got to 10 finals.
And he also faced much more tougher
Go look at
teams.
the Cleveland roster that went up against the Spurs dynasty.
Right.
We don't give LeBron any credit for that. The Dallas series, pathetic. But he rebounded, got to 3 more consecutive finals after that, and won 2 of them. And then he went back to Cleveland and beat a Warriors team he had no business beating.
Coming back down 3-1.
The team that had the most wins all time in NBA history.
He led the finals in every category.
Triple-double in multiple finals. And it's not okay because he lost. Guys, Tom Brady lost Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Does that make Montana better? No. Why? Because Brady just, over time, you just can't argue the yards, the touchdowns, the Super Bowls, the MVP. You can't argue anymore. We used to argue Deion Branch winning a Super Bowl MVP hurt Tom Brady's legacy. Think about that. But over time, you just realize, you know what? Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay, guys. It really is. It's really okay.
I love this one, too. Mark says in the chat, tougher teams, you just lost all credibility. Oh, really? Really? So you wouldn't say that Warriors
Clyde
team
Drexler
with Kevin
and the
Durant.
Portland Trailblazers. Wow, that was tough. An aging Magic Johnson who was on the verge of retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough.
I think you lost credibility.
Wait, it gets better. The Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, keep going.
Sean Kemp. Whoa.
Yeah. What about the Spurs?
But LeBron did go against Stockton and Malone. And nobody can discredit those two. Those were fucking juggernaut teams, man. Those were the 2 best teams for a 3-4 year period. The Jazz and the Bulls. Nobody can talk shit about those. You want to talk about Barkley and the Suns? Look, don't diminish to make yourself feel better. But just so you know, LeBron did go toe-to-toe with a young Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. LeBron did go toe-to-toe with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, one of the great dynasties of all time. Yes, he couldn't overcome them when they added Kevin Durant. Yes, who could? Nobody could. And you know that.
Yeah, you talk about a Spurs dynasty. You talk about the Warriors dynasty. They
played the Heat. And the Heat, that's not much of a accomplishment in L.A., but I'm not going to discredit Michael's rings when he beat Clyde Drexler. So don't diminish Mike's or LeBron's to make your case. They're both great. And that is why this debate is so funny to me. It's so funny. Because everybody gets so upset.
So I love this one, too. I mean, we could just shred all these arguments. It's funny. Someone in the chat says his 4 and 6 is disingenuous. He couldn't carry average teams. Hold on, that one's funny. He had to coattail chase other starts to get up to that many finals.
That's
Credit,
not true.
he played in 10 of them. It's funny. He said he couldn't carry average teams, but he took that Cavs team to the finals.
That Cleveland team against the Spurs.
Hold on. Name me a team Michael Jordan carried that was average.
Can I ask you something?
Hold on, I'll wait. Which team that he had that won a finals?
None of them were
was
average.
Okay, interesting.
Can I ask you something?
Not taking anything away from Jordan, but if you're going to bring that up, you got to look at both sides of the equation.
Don't be a cynic. Relax. Let me ask you something.
What's up? Let me hear it.
Do you recall what Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh looked like in the series against the Spurs when they won? I'll tell you what they looked like. They looked like old players that LeBron was carrying all the way to the finals. And then it really fell over in the last year against the Spurs when they got 4-1, I believe, or 4-2. I don't recall the series, but LeBron's always carried his teams. LeBron's always been the one. We always make the case, Dwayne Wade taught LeBron how to be a leader. Bitch, please. Dwayne Wade had Shaq. Shaq taught Wade how to win a chip, but we don't knock Wade for it. Dwayne Wade would have 1 championship in his career, and it would have been because of Shaq had LeBron not showed up. Would we give LeBron more credit if Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh left and went to Cleveland? And then they learned from LeBron? What are we doing?
Right.
It's my ass.
It's a business at the end of the day. If you're LeBron and you're in Cleveland, you take that team to the finals with Boobie Gibson, Ilgauskas. I just had to mention that, by the way. And they are unable to build a team around you, you leave. Michael Jordan in Chicago,
I love this.
they were able to build a
MJ
roster around him. It's the opposite for LeBron.
MJ would drop 30 a night when they actually play defense, eating McDonald's and drinking all night and gambling too. Yeah, Sebastian. Okay. Is that impressive? Is that supposed to get me hard? I have a player who's taken the game seriously for almost 20 years, who's taking care of his body, and I am going to disregard his accomplishments because Michael decided to smoke cigars, play the piano, fuck bitches,
and gamble
and drink. Wow. GOAT. The GOAT! If you guys want to say Michael's the greatest, you can say that. You can say that. I have no problem with it. But stop denying LeBron's greatness.
That's it. Yeah.
You can say Michael's the greatest player to ever play in basketball. I don't mind. I would agree with you on most points. But don't deny LeBron James the greatness and the appreciation he deserves.
Yeah, and even though I think LeBron, to me, is the greatest, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you think Jordan is, that's fine. But the stats say otherwise, and we could agree to disagree. So it was worth a conversation. I mean, if LeBron does something like that last night, and the conversation's going to keep coming up, and LeBron even said this yesterday in an interview, I mean, talking about it's great barbershop talk. Like, this debate will go on. And even if you don't think it's a debate or not, it still is. The fact that we're talking about it right now and people are disagreeing, this is what you love about the sport. But LeBron, man, I think that's the whole moral of the whole conversation is what you're saying. The disrespect is getting kind of old.
Again, MJ would drop 50 a night in this league, yeah, and LeBron would just be a bench player in the 90s. I know
that is the most. Yeah, this is the worst take of all time.
We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll move on from this conversation because clearly a lot of you are really upset. We'll move on to Aaron Rodgers going on a darkness retreat, huh?
When I read this, I had to do a double take. I had to do a double take when I read this.
Oh, God, the North is looking great for the Lions. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Cintron.
Jesus, well, let me tell you about our friends at Cintron because it is an aspirational lifestyle beverage brand with a line of sparkling flavored energy beverages and premium bottled water. Cintron is fashionable, functional, and fun. If you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste, Cintron is your top choice. Buy online at drinkcintron.com. Cintron is also available at Amazon.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. If you have a big project coming up, Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. All right. We talk about the Detroit Lions a lot. We talk about how the North really is, it's in their hands. They got it, right? You expect them to compete this year for it. First time you can say that in a long time. And then there are stories like this that break, and you're like, it just gets even better. It gets even better. Aaron Rodgers is going on a darkness retreat.
Yeah,
what is my life?
The way it was phrased too, and I'm gonna read it verbatim, like what he said and what he's going to do, because just darkness retreat doesn't do enough justice to what he's actually doing. Aaron Rodgers said, this is Ari Marioff, My Sports Update on Twitter. He says, Aaron Rodgers says on Pat McAfee's show that he's going on a darkness retreat in a couple weeks. It's 4 days, complete darkness, by himself, in a little house. And he said, quote, Aaron said this, I've had a number of friends who have done it, and they have had profound experiences. He expects a decision after that.
Honest to God, if I could rent a cabin for a month,
Well, he said 4 days. If you're
it's only 4 days?
If you're alone for a month, you might come back psycho.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
No. I would love
Wouldn't you guys? Leave my phone right here.
Oh, it'd be nice for a couple days.
Desk.
Yeah, definitely.
Take a month sabbatical. Just go live in a cabin in the middle of nowhere. Figure out how I'm going to survive. Come back in a month.
Dad with Tourette says, can we start treating him like AB? This is kind of AB-ish. I won't lie to you.
No, come on. Don't do that to Aaron.
No, I'm just messing around.
I mean, how many of you actually take, psychedelic drugs or, experiment? I mean, we've all been there, no?
Yeah.
Maybe I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure some of you have been there. Like, all of you experiment. You try new things. You try to figure out what can help me, right? Aaron Rodgers, pretty lonely guy. Doesn't talk to his family.
He's a spiritual man.
Spiritual man coming off a breakup. Damn it, he needs 4 days to himself. He needs to eat a shit ton of mushrooms. I don't know what he needs to do. Whatever he does, if it works for him and it means he leaves Green Bay, I'm all for it. Hell, he can stay for all I care.
I think he did. He went and did ayahuasca and he came out and won back-to-back MVPs. So I don't know.
I thought that was the year after.
Either way, I think it was before.
I think it was after the first MVP.
So he won another MVP.
Yeah.
Okay, so he won one MVP doing ayahuasca.
I mean, it's not bad.
I don't know if this is his formula, but I don't hate the decision to go be isolated. I think when you're isolated, decisions. I think when you have time to think and you don't have other influences or you don't have other distractions, they're much easier to come to conclusions.
Yeah, but that's why you do psychedelics in the woods, Jeff. I mean,
that's what I was getting to.
We're talking about like some next level shit because a squirrel would be walking by. Your eyes are like this. You're just staring.
Oh my God.
And then there's a squirrel walking by. You think it's a fucking bear. Like, you go through some shit. You know what I mean? No? Anybody? The trees start moving. You start talking to the trees. Nobody? No? All right. Just saying. 4 days. 4 days of that. We might be living in a better world. All of you. No?
Yeah, no. I mean, if it clears your head, it clears your head. I don't hate it. It's just funny. Aaron Rodgers is a very interesting man. He really is. And if this helps him come to a conclusion, then so be it. I'm all for it. I think it'll probably clarify, I got to get the hell out of here, if anything, after 4 days.
I've done this before, just without the drugs. I took a week vacation when I was 23. Took a week. Nothing with me but my cell phone, only in case of an emergency. That's it. Went to a lake house. Didn't look at anything, technology, what was going on in the world. This was actually happening when when the Warriors came back from 3-1 down against the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you recall that.
Yeah.
That was the exact week that was going on. And I missed all of it. Just to myself. Like, it helps, man. It does. Just kind of reset your life a little bit. Reset your internal clock. We live in such a... I don't know how to describe the United States. I've lived in a lot of countries. The U.S. is so fast. I think that's the best way I can put it.
That's a good way to put it.
For anybody that's never lived outside of the U.S., we are so fast-paced here that sometimes life just gets ahead of you.
Especially when you're on Aaron Rodgers' level of fame.
Well, you don't need to be. You don't need to be. Like, it can be the single mom working 2 jobs every single day, getting her kids up. It could be a normal dad working 9 to 5, going. Like, it doesn't matter. We're so ahead of ourselves in this country. We never have time to kind of just take a deep breath. I think 4 days in the woods doing some drugs. Why not, man? Why not? Everybody deserves that, no?
I love this comment. Anthony says over towards.com. Aaron's going to come back with a live, love, laugh tattoo. Yeah, no, that does give me these type of vibes, Anthony. I agree with you. For Aaron Rodgers, I think the decision... I partially believe the decision is already kind of made, and I think this is more if I'll play or if I'll retire. I don't think he's coming back to Green Bay. I think he's already pretty much decided that. Maybe this is more, because he said on Pat McAfee, I'm still undecided on even playing next year, which to me is bogus. I think he wants to play next year. But, hey, this is his process. It's his process. I'm
just saying, I really resonate with what Aaron Rodgers is saying, because I've lived in places where by 3 o'clock you had gotten in a full work day,
right?
Gotten everything you needed done, and by 3 o'clock, the city was totally full of people just laughing, smiling, and having a good time. And yeah, there's the exceptions, people that are working late, but boy, we got so far away from leisure time in this country. There's no such thing anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with now technology. God, it's all on your phone. So you're always like this. You're always on the screen. You're always doing something.
It's different. Like I mean, I took a vacation last year. Went to Tennessee. Went to Gatlinburg, up in like the mountains on this house. It was like a little cabin, and I was isolated pretty much. And I went there for a week, and I wasn't isolated, no phone or anything, but just being there, how quiet, it was peaceful. Like I completely understand. If you want to trip out Aaron Rodgers as well, be my guest. Go ahead, because apparently it's worked out for you in the past.
I kind of want to do it with him.
Wait, you two in a house tripping out together alone in a cabin?
I think it would be special. I do. I think me and Fish in the woods doing some high-level psychedelics.
Why are you and Fish alone in the woods doing psychedelics together?
Because, Fish has got to learn a few things.
Both going to be running around butt naked.
Fish will, not me. I keep my shit together. Right, Fish?
Do you?
Yep.
I don't know. I haven't been invited to anything, so I don't know.
Well, I'm going to invite you out to the woods for 4 days. No, I won't Michael Jackson you, I promise. Fair?
I'd be very skeptical and scared, so...
What?
Hey, can I put this baseball bat with me?
Sure. Can you get your camera to work?
I have no control of the camera.
Yeah, Fish. Just mute your mic from now. All I'm saying, 4 days, out at a cabin, mushrooms, psychedelics, no care for life, reset your internal clock. I don't know, maybe we could stop a lot of bad things in this country if everybody just took 4 days off. And just kind of AFK for a little bit.
How many days you think you could do this? Like, Aaron's going for 4 days.
I could do a few weeks.
You could do weeks?
Mm-hmm. I've done it before.
I can see you coming out.
I told you I did a week.
Beard, long hair.
Yeah, man. Oh, you should have seen me during COVID. Oh, God.
Let me see. Send it to Mike.
No.
Yeah, please send it.
God, no.
Put it on the show. Put it on the show.
No, put it on Hey, put it on your camera. Adam, show everyone.
Turn that phone.
Not happening.
Turn that phone around.
Not happening. Let's just say, if you think Forrest Gump looked bad, oh yeah, I competed with Forrest Gump in terms of beard. Having said that, what kind of music would you listen to out in the woods, Adam? I wouldn't listen to music. I would listen to nature. Man, that's such a good fucking answer, by the way.
You were definitely on drugs.
That is such a good answer.
You were definitely on drugs out there.
I would be sitting on the grass, my back up against a tree. Follow me, guys, all right? I want you to practice this. This is very important. Close your eyes and just listen. Just listen. And then when that squirrel starts creeping up on you, you think it's a fucking bear. You're like, holy shit. And there you go. Now you're
birds tweeting.
All of you. Congratulations.
You're gonna be out there hugging trees.
I'll be fucking trees for all I know. I don't.
Jesus. All right. So you just took that. It went to a level I didn't expect it to go there.
Oh God.
A few weeks. That is unbelievable. Yeah, I could probably do a week. Give me a week. I think I'd go crazy for the first 4 days, but I can get through a week.
You wouldn't, man. I'm telling you. Man. It is a special thing to just kind of let everything go. You can get off the grid so fast in this country. It's so easy. Yeah. You know what you do? You just turn off your fucking phone. You turn off your phone.
Well, if it was that easy, then a lot of people would be doing that.
Well, you'd be amazed how hard it is for people. All you have to do is turn off your phone and just go somewhere and don't tell anybody where you're going. Take a week to yourself. You can pre-pack food. You can bring everything up with you. You can be a little bougie like that. That's fine. And just go relax. Go Airbnb a cabin for 4 days for like $800, depending on the cabin. I don't know. Just go.
Steven in the chat, WoodwardSports.com. Just drive to the UP. Everything's off the grid up there. It's very true, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, my uncle's got a cabin deep up in the UP, middle of the woods, and he goes up there like routinely and just gets away. Like there's no like internet, like just goes out there and lives, and he enjoys it. Like it's unbelievable, and he sees nature, animals. I mean, there's like I think the closest supermarket, or not even a supermarket, it's like a local grocery store. It's like probably the size of like a gas station. It's like 30 minutes away.
Yep.
I'm like, man, I give you a lot of credit. It's like 9 hours away. So yeah, he's right. UP's got a lot of those types of environments.
I'm just saying.
Even
I think we'd
4
all
hours,
be off.
Oh, sweet.
Shut the hell up, Fish. I think we would all be a lot better off if we took 4 days to ourselves, like Aaron Rodgers is. Did some psychedelics. Hell, don't even do them. Just 4 days to yourself. not worrying or thinking about anybody, just listening to nature. I'm telling you, it does wonders. It does. There's a science behind it, man.
Justin says in the chat, our good friend here at the network.
What?
WSN spiritual retreat ? Imagine just me, you, Justin, and we get a couple people. We just go take some ayahuasca.
I mean,
up in the middle of nowhere.
My question would be, how many people do we take and how many come back?
Oh my God! Why does that have to be a scenario?
Because I'm just saying,
If you
things
take
could go
10
wrong.
people,
Someone could get lost.
Are we
you
turning on each other?
You got to eat fish, but then again, you can't eat fish because he's the skinniest. So you got to pick on the fat people, and then the heavyweights get killed and they don't make it back. Yeah. I'm just saying. Like, we got to think this through.
If you're taking 10 people, you're losing 4 or 5 people.
That's what I'm saying.
Justin says not everyone would come back. That's for sure.
I agree 100%.
See? There you go.
We would have some Jeffrey Dahmer shit going on.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you. Oh my God! That is what we should do. We should do a Woodward Sports Hunger Games edition. Drop everybody in the middle of the fucking woods.
No.
If you want to work here, survive.
I feel like you'd win.
You're gonna go out of your way to find fish.
You as much as you talk about like how invested you are in history and the significance of like you would be the guy.
I'm just saying. What company has ever had a Hunger Games type hiring process? That could be epic.
Just
no?
get a bunch
I don't think so. That would be pretty epic, yeah.
You want to work here? Prove it.
Jesus.
I mean,
Fish, how long would you survive if there's a Hunger Games, the entire Woodward Sports network, every employee? How many people would you get down to? Or would you be one of the first you think to be gone?
oh, easily first to be gone.
Come on, Fish.
No. You know who Fish is?
I left 47
Fish is
seconds.
the old man from the Squid Games.
Oh,
He's the guy that's just gonna find his way
and end up making it far.
he owns the shit.
Yeah.
Am I? I mean, I'll certainly try my punches and all that. But I don't know. I just can't see myself lasting much more than like 5 minutes.
What do you
as
think?
Much as I'd like to.
Hunger Games? No.
Oh.
Gabby thinks she would win. I think me and Gabby would finish top 2.
Yeah, Fish. I think Fish.
I would say a decent hunter. I think I would do well, but I think we should have a Hunger Games type hiring process. Just drop 4 or 5 kids in the middle of the field, in the middle of the forest. Say, all right, kill each other, and the last one that comes out, congratulations, you work at Woodward Sports.
You have to have a supervisor that's like.
We have a drone camera or something.
Because you have to make sure that they're not doing illegal stuff, which I don't know if there's any illegal stuff in the woods, but.
What are you going to do? Let's take a break.
I'm intrigued.
Let's try to talk about something non-Aaron Rodgers or DMT related. When we get back, the Lions hire...
Great show so far. Happy Wednesday.
The Lions hire Scottie Montgomery, and to be honest, I don't give a fuck, but we're going to talk about it.
All right.
Because apparently that's a big deal in this town.
You should.
Okay, please, enlighten me.
I will.
We'll get to that coming up next, but before we do, Jeff, our good friends over at the Guardian Alarm.
Let me tell you about it, guys. Customized solutions from real experts. That's what Guardian Alarm offers you. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them any day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone with you for as long as you need. Also, technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT for more information.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Let me tell you about Ryan Ermanni and his excellent journey with our good friends over at Custom Health Centers. Dr. Jason and his team have provided... I can't take the screen seriously. I just can't do it. Ryan Ermanni's losing a ton of weight right now. He's looking better than ever. Down a few pant sizes. Really happy for him. Call Dr. Jason at 844-789-8446. My brother started this program, by the way. This is his first week officially.
Wow, how's he doing?
Yeah.
Already feeling better.
He's surviving.
So, yeah, it's tough the first week.
It's tough the first week. He did like a pre-detox last week. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know how my brother's doing.
Good for him.
Hopefully he loses some weight. I think he will. God help him.
You just call him...
He is. He knows he is. It's okay.
Hopefully he loses some weight.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's good. Good for him, man.
It's okay.
Good for him.
All right. Scottie Montgomery.
Okay.
The new assistant head coach and running backs coach of the Detroit Lions. Jeff, I'm going to throw a parade down Woodward, and I'm so excited. Look, you hire a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator. All right, that's news. Deuce Staley leaves. Yeah, that's news.
Right.
Goes and takes an OC job. That's news. Scottie Montgomery is your new running backs coach. Wow. Oh.
Well, okay.
I mean, like, okay. I honestly didn't even want to talk about this, but like, what am I supposed to make of this, huh? He's a coach.
Right.
And they're building a staff.
Yeah, you're
and at the end of the day, I really only care about 3 of them. I care about Glenn, Johnson, and Campbell.
But let's look at the quality of hire. How about that? Not the position, because you're right. Running backs coach, assistant head coach. Okay, you're like, it doesn't move the needle for me. But if you look at the coach himself and what he's done so far, he's only been in the league for 2 years. He was with the Colts for 2 years, coaching Jonathan Taylor. So he brings value. Yeah, he's coached a high-level running back in Jonathan Taylor. You're trying to groom these guys more. DeAndre, whoever you draft, possibly, or sign. Scottie Montgomery could have went elsewhere. There was teams interested in Scottie Montgomery, and rightfully so. I think in a short time in the league so far, he's proven that. And for Dan to go get him to be his assistant head coach speaks highly of him and his leadership, clearly. I think it's a great move. Maybe it's not the most sexy move, but it's a necessity for the Lions right now. You got to find a replacement for Deuce. He was the assistant head coach and running backs coach, and I do believe Scottie. You'll hear more about him. I know right now it's okay. Well, what does this do for me? When you have 2 running backs right now that you like Jamal, he played a high level last year. Not too concerned about him, but it's really about DeAndre Swift. That's truthfully what this is about. And whether or not you gave up on him, I believe someone to get behind him and say, listen, I've coached Jonathan Taylor. I know what it takes for guys to get to that level. Let me help you. We'll be good. And who knows what he'll bring out of Swift. He just has to stay healthy, and Scottie can't assist him in that. So it is what it is. I like it. We'll see it. I mean, but the fact of the matter is Dan has proven to us time and time again he's made correct coaching decisions, besides Anthony Lynn, but he corrected from that pretty quickly. So, I mean, if we should take anything serious, it's who Dan Campbell's bringing in to be a part of his staff, because so far it's worked out for the most part. So, whether you think this is a sexy move or not, to me it's still a great move. When teams are interested in a coach and he has options and he chooses to go to Detroit, that's the biggest part to take away from this. That's significant. And again, it just kind of hammers down on what we've been talking about for months and how the tide's kind of changing. So good for Scottie, good for the Lions.
Good for Scottie. And good for the Lions staff that, they were able to bring in somebody that, comes from a good running back room. Jonathan Taylor, very talented, like you said. But again, this move, it's not moving the needle for me. It's not.
Yeah, it's not like you got Barry Sanders as your running back coach.
Well, even that, I mean, we would only talk about it because it's Barry, right? Not because the running back coach matters. Not that it doesn't matter, right? You establish a relationship as a player with this person. They really, I don't want to say they're a motivator, but You saw what Deuce did to an extent. Like, you really got to work with these guys day in, day out. Have them understand their assignments, how to run the ball more effectively. There's a lot to it, but I didn't look at this and say, man, we're in business, boys. I didn't. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and act like I think it's the greatest hire or the greatest thing to happen since sliced bread.
No, I mean...
I don't. I just got to be honest. That's what I got to do. What are you staring at? Oh, Jesus Christ. That is funny. That is funny. We're not going to acknowledge it. Move on. Don't you dare. Don't say a word.
No.
Don't say a word. That did not just happen. Anyways, guys, I want to move on. Transition a little bit. 9 o'clock, Grant Williams, Jerami Grant, Troy Weaver. I swear to God.
Wait, what was that name? What was that name you mentioned at the end?
Jerami Grant.
Oh, okay.
I swear to God, Troy. I'm a patient dude. Or I like to think I am. But there's some lines we can't cross here in Detroit. We'll get to that at 9 o'clock. 9:15, Derek Carr. Looks like you can grab him for a third-round pick. But he ain't negotiating his contract. He wants his $40 million. Must be nice, huh? Looking at Jared Goff's contract at the moment. We'll get to that at 9:15. 9:30, we'll revisit the Lions offseason. 9:40, we'll have Kool-Aid in here. But for the next 7 minutes, not even 6 minutes, I think we got the show off to a rough start. I don't think we all were on the same page, okay? So here is my proposal, and I do think this will go a long way with all of us, okay? I think we can all agree, to an extent, that being the greatest is an opinion. Right? Being the greatest is a opinion unless you're Wayne Gretzky and you literally own everything. Right? There are exceptions, but I think outside of Gretzky,
I would put Tom there. Because you talk about talent maybe, but the greatest, dude, I don't think there's much of a debate there.
Lawrence Taylor's a motherfucker. I'm just saying. But it's fine.
You can
it's
make
fine.
it.
No. Definitively fine. You want to put Tom there? That's fine.
Regardless, point
but
still stands.
Very hard to reach that level. And I think in the NBA you have a problem. Because you have players like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You have players like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan. You have some excellent players. And they're all excellent. But how do we define what great is or greatest? We know Michael dominated the 90s. But who dominated the 2000s? It was Shaq. He won 4 chips. Oh, wait. So did Kobe. So who was it? Tim Duncan, though. He won 3 or 4 in that span, too. So I don't even know who owned the 2000s. That's up for debate. I know LeBron owned 2010 to 2020. Because he got to almost 10 straight finals. 8 straight, 9 in a 10-year window. They're all great, guys. They're all great. And you want to have the conversation or the debate who the greatest is, that's fine. But you know what? I'm done doing that. I'm done. I'm only going to speak for myself. I'm done. Because I know when it's all said and done, my first 1 and 2 names, if you ever ask me who the greatest basketball players are, it's going to be Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
There you go.
And I don't care about the order. I don't. I actually don't care. Because I could make a case for both, and I could debate myself against not having one or the other.
Right.
I could easily do that. Like I said, there are things LeBron has, MJ will never have.
And vice versa.
And there are things MJ has accomplished that LeBron will never accomplish.
Right.
And that's okay. And that's okay. And I think that's where I'm at this morning. I'm not here to tell you have to say LeBron is the greatest. I just think we should stop trying to deny his greatness. That's it. I think we have to stop trying to deny LeBron's greatness. You want to talk to me about your top 5 players in NBA history? Jeff, you can share yours. I'll give you mine. LeBron, Jordan, Kareem.
Kobe?
No. Kobe's not top 5. Kobe's dead. That's why he's in the top 5 for a lot of people.
God.
I'm sorry.
No, that is not true.
That is true.
He's a top 5
He
player.
jumped 3 spots. He should be 8th on the list.
Who are you putting over him? Bill Russell?
No.
Will Chamberlain?
Got to put Magic in the top 5.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, you want to put Magic, that's fine.
Shaq was such a dominant player. I don't know about 5, but I really want to put him at 5. Tim Duncan, can't argue what Tim did. Can't argue what Bird did. I'm going to go Bird at 5. Bird at 5. And then I'll go Shaq 6. Tim Duncan 7. Kobe 8. I don't even know where to put Wilt and Bill. I'll just be very honest with you. I don't know what to do with them. So they should be in the top 10, but I don't know where to put them, so I'm going to leave them out of mine. Not as disrespect. I just really don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do with players like that. One has, 11 championships? The other one averaged 50, 25, and 10? I don't know. The fuck is that? So, that's a whole different problem.
I think acknowledging error is important. That's why my list, it's we don't got to get into it, but we'll go to break. But you could...
No, but give me at least your 5.
I'd say, no particular order. LeBron, MJ, Kareem. I would say Magic, Kobe. Kobe deserves, he's top 5 to me. 5 chips, 2 on his own. That's what he did. You could say with Shaq, but Larry Bird has 3. So if we're talking chips and complete, whatever. That's my personal opinion.
Bird, if I could
Not saying Bird, discrediting him, but I just would put Kobe
Larry
there.
Bird was the only white person. I'm just going to say this.
You are correct.
That was known as a motherfucker back in the day. Larry Bird was that guy. And again, I didn't watch Larry Bird. All I know is from what my dad told me. What my dad said, Dad, they give a lot of credit to Kareem and Magic, Michael Jordan. I watched them all. Isaiah Thomas. But Larry Bird was a motherfucker. That's what my dad would tell me.
I love it too. He talked trash and he backed it up every single time. So... That's why the NBA, when you're debating top players, it's much more of an interesting debate because I think
it's fun.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I don't mind it. I just think if you're gonna debate LeBron James, what do you got on me, huh? You got the Game 6 shot. You got 6-0 in the finals. You got a Defensive Player of the Year award on me. That's it. I got points, rebounds, assists. I've got 4 Finals MVPs. I'm the only player in NBA history to have a Finals MVP with 3 different teams.
And a championship with 3 different teams.
What do you want with me?
That's crazy.
What do you want from me? I'm just saying. It's a fun debate, but if you stop denying LeBron's greatness, I'm okay with it. You can have him at 2. No problem. You can say that MJ's the greatest ever. No problem. But stop denying LeBron's greatness. Just stop. Get out of the fucking way.
I think what will help those people is you go to a cabin in the middle of the woods, you take some ayahuasca, take a couple days off, and then come back and we can talk again.
Come back and eat some Big Boy, huh?
Eat some Big Boy. Perfect transition. Because let me tell you about them, our friends at Big Boy. It's always better when you're having comfort foods from Big Boy after a getaway in the middle of nowhere like Aaron Rodgers. You could try the classic meatloaf or Cajun chicken Alfredo, but how about breakfast as well? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The Lumberjack, Santa Fe Garden, or Blockbuster. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports loves sports, and we also love to party. Join us for the big super party. Wait, we can't say super. We really can't say come join us at our super party on Sunday, February 12th. From the only place that can handle a Woodward Sports super party, well, our super party will be at Flight Club on Michigan Avenue in Inkster. Join us for a live pregame show and watch party with the crew. Enjoy a halftime buffet, DJs, the Woodward Sports family, and more entertainment. You don't want to miss the big game with Woodward Sports. Get there early. This event will reach capacity. Come celebrate the Lions season. Enjoy the final game of the year in style. See you Super Sunday at Flight Club. At least the party will be uncensored.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Let me tell you about our friends over at Swiss Insurance.
What are you doing?
Because that's what's next after Big Boy.
No, it isn't, you dipshit.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you about Swiss Insurance next
All right.
break then.
What's wrong with
Relax. Relax, all right? I just thought people needed insurance. If you're going to a cabin to take ayahuasca, you need some sort of insurance to make sure you're okay.
You're not wrong.
That's
You
fair.
know what I mean?
I like the effort, Jeff. I like the effort.
You're not wrong.
Here.
But after that ayahuasca trip, you can go to the Midway Minute. How about
Shop,
that?
eat, and play downtown all winter long. Take fish if you want, because I'm not going to take them.
Ah, you bum.
And treat yourselves to a good time, Jeff. Ooh. 40 million. That's the number, right? That's the million.
Yeah.
That's the number that the Pistons have, correct? Talk to me.
Yeah, around that number.
Grant Williams expecting 18 to 20 million.
Yeah.
And he's expecting to be what? A starter.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what he brings that the Pistons desperately need. Two things.
Open ears.
Good defensively, 40% three-point shooter this year and last year. So he can shoot a lot. I think like 85, 90% of his makes this season and his attempts are open or wide open threes, catch and shoot. So again, would fit with this offense. You get Cade and Jaden Ivey. Grant Williams to me fits the timeline. He checks all those boxes. And if you're going to be paying him $18 million a year, I'm fine with that. I am cool with that. So
can I ask you something?
That's the first name, and he's been floating around though for the trade dedeadline. It's not just for agency. Like they're talking about moving him, by tomorrow. So
what do you think of Jim Schwartz as a head coach?
What?
Just no. Okay. Are we having a conversation?
Yeah. Better coordinator.
See, you're ahead of me now.
Better coordinator.
What do you think of him as a coordinator?
Excellent coordinator.
Excellent coordinator.
Where is Jim Schwartz at, by the way?
What do you? Shut the fuck up.
What
Fish.
team is he on?
The Brownies. All right, go on.
It leads into that Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. If you've been to a Browns game,
Oh
you
my
gotta go.
God,
It's a
I wish his
must.
camera
It's a must. It's a must-go experience.
I wish his camera
Jeff,
worked.
have you been to a Browns game? Jeff,
Fish.
have you been to a Browns game? It's a must-go experience.
Jeff, he's asking you a question.
Fish.
Yeah, Gentry.
I don't want to say it.
I got you.
I don't want to
Have
say
you
it.
been to a
That's
Browns
Adam.
game?
Adam has to
Absolutely
say
not,
this.
Fish.
I'm not going to say it. Nobody here has been to a Browns game but you.
Well, you gotta tap in. It's an
I
experience.
understand
You
that,
won't
but
regret it.
no one. There's not really too many excuses to go to Cleveland. I went to Cleveland one time to see LeBron break MJ's record for the consecutive 10+ points scored. But other than that, no, I'm not going. Hey, you want to go to Cleveland? Typically doesn't happen.
I mean, I don't
think to anybody.
I'll be going next week for the Michigan-Ohio State hockey game outdoors.
Of course you are. That's why we appreciate
Fish.
you.
It's an outdoor game. You gotta tap in.
Move on. We're talking about Jim
Fish.
Schwartz. We're
Fish.
talking about Jim Schwartz. All right.
Shut the fuck up and mute your mic.
I thought of Jim Schwartz. I don't know what else you
Shut
want from me.
up and mute your mic. I don't want to hear another word the
topic.
rest of the show. Not another word. The point is, Schwartz, excellent coordinator. You said yes.
Yes.
Okay, head coach.
Yeah.
So he could never live up to being that. Let me ask you, for Grant Williams, a guy that gets, 24, 27 minutes a night?
Yep.
Is that your starting four in Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be that or 3.
So
play
I'm going to
either.
pay him $20 million. More so for his defense and his catch and shoot ability.
Yeah.
I think we would agree
Shoot
on that,
defend.
correct?
Yeah.
Because I don't need him to handle the ball. Not that he is or going to, but don't need that. I honestly don't even need to give him, 6 shots a game? I just need him to hit 2-3 threes a game. That's it. 2 to 3. He can take 4 or 5 attempts a game, just sit there, and that's it. I don't need him to rebound. I got Duran for that. He averages, 4 or 5 rebounds a game. But what is Grant Williams? He's a role player, Jeff. And if I'm going to shell out $20 million,
well,
I can afford it right now.
I'm more probably skeptical about 20. If we can get him to 18,
I can afford him. I can afford him at 18 or 20.
Yeah.
But Jim Schwartz, excellent coordinator. Grant Williams, excellent role player. Are they a starter? Are they a head coach? Grant Williams, hell of a player, means so much to the Celtics. But you said it. 90% of his shots are open three-point shots. Why? Jaylen Brown.
Because the attention.
Marcus Smart.
That those guys demand.
Jason Tatum.
Right.
Al Horford. He's an afterthought on that team. You bring him to Detroit and insert him right now. Yeah, Bogdanovich is the shooter, but You got Ivy at least. You'll get Cade.
Yep.
It makes sense eventually. But that's a lot of money. For a guy that's averaging 8 points a game, 4 rebounds a game, shoots 45% from the field and 41% from 3. Not the end of the world.
No.
Very good player. I think a very good role player. But you're going to have to shell out money for those type of role players. And I think eventually, whether you're the Pistons or not, you have to do this. The Bucks did it. Brooke Lopez, Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Granted, Holiday's more of a starter.
And you're going to have to overpay for guys to come here right now because it's not an attractive destination. I mean, it is what it is. You might like the young talent. I agree with that. But for Grant Williams, his perspective, why wouldn't he go take $19 million from a team that's maybe closer? So I get what you're saying. If they don't sign him, that's okay. It's not the end of the world.
It's not my priority.
I just think the fit is like, if you, for example, the conversation.
But you're going to pay him to be a role player, yes?
Yeah, but
he can't be
role
a
player. Sounds, I know it sounds, but a player that's going to be significant. He's going to be in your starting lineup.
He's an afterthought.
I
need him to play defense, and I need him to make a few threes a game.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's a role player.
Hustle, do all the things that gets overlooked.
Cade and Ivy need to be my stars.
Right.
So this idea that the Pistons need to go out and get a star player is actually flawed. One, who's the star player? Show me that player, and I will show you why it's wrong. Whether it's Kyrie, James Harden, I don't care who you bring up.
Yeah, it's none of those guys.
No, you don't need a, quote, all-star guard or full. You don't need that. What you need is depth. What you need is talent. You got Cade, you got Ivy. Those are your primary ball handlers and distributors. You got Bogdanovich, capable shooter. You need to add more shooters on this team. Grant Williams would provide that. You need better defense. Grant Williams, Jalen Duren on the court. That provides a lot of defense. Go get some wing and D players. Guys who can shoot the three but mostly play defense, and then just go get pure shooters. And now you can talk to me about a good roster. There's a lot of work to be done with the Pistons. But the idea of going out and getting an all-star caliber player, let's say D'Angelo Russell. Well, does that really make any sense considering my backcourt is Cade and Ivy?
No, you need wings.
Like, I'm going to let that play out.
You need wings. And that's
unless you're willing to move off Ivy, then you can sell me on going out and getting a currently in their prime all-star. Go for it. But you got to be willing to get rid of Ivy. I'm not willing to do that.
Right. And that's fair. I mean, again, it's worth a conversation. I know they're going to be hopefully busy, whether selling or buying, most likely selling at the deadline, but Grant Williams is going to be a name that's floating around. If we're talking about what the Pistons need right now, the things that Grant Williams does well, the Pistons need. I mean, you need a guy like Grant who'll put his body on the line. He's hustling. He plays great defense. He could shoot the ball. Like I said, last 2 seasons, 41%. Majority of his shots come on wide open threes, catch and shoot opportunities. And again, you might look at that and say, well, he can't create his own shot. Okay, but you don't need him to.
But you know what you need? You need Sadiq Bey to stop progressing and trade his ass.
Well, he'll probably get traded. I
don't know. Trade Sadiq Bey.
I don't know if I'll say by tomorrow, but he'll
You got to
get
get rid of him. Killian Hayes has got to go. He's a liability. He's a liability. Unless...
Who?
Killian Hayes. He's a liability unless... Let me make it work for you so you don't think I'm trying to sell off Killian Hayes right now. But what I'm telling you is he's a liability unless you add more shooters and wing players on this team. Because that's what you need. Because you know what? You can roll out a secondary unit that Killian Hayes controls. And he doesn't even have to shoot. He's out there controlling the offense, playing good defense, distributing the ball. I would love that. Great role player. But... the moment I rely on him scoring, I'm fucked. Because it's inconsistent. Sadiq Bey regressing for the 2nd consecutive year now. Get rid of him. I need shooters. I need pure shooters. I need wing players that are capable of playing defense.
And
once I get that, Jeff, and that could include Grant Williams. Once I get that, we're in business. But pure shooters doesn't have to mean an all-star player.
Right.
I just need a guy that can get me 7 points a night. 9 points a night. Can hit a few big buckets down the stretch. That's it. Not Kevin Knox, not Marvin Bagley, not Alec Burks. But Alex Burks, I got to say, has been nice lately.
Oh, I love that.
I thought he's been pretty damn good.
He should stick around.
Corey Joseph got to go. Sadiq Bey got to go. There's a lot of players. Even Isaiah Stewart. You bring in Grant Williams. Why the hell do I need Isaiah Stewart?
Oh, you always can use a guy like Isaiah Stewart.
You say that.
Guarding multiple positions, can now shoot threes. Like I think Isaiah Stewart, his value is still there. I think if you had to pick players that won't be traded, I would even put Isaiah Stewart up there. I think they value him a lot. I think Sadiq's on the opposite side of that.
Again, what did you accomplish by drafting Jaden Ivey? You found a second primary ball handler who can attack the basket and pass the ball. He can dish it out. He's a very good passer. He's an excellent passer. You could argue Jaden Ivey is the best passer in this draft class. I could make that argument.
Yeah, you could.
Over Ben Carroll, over anybody playing right
now. You can definitely make that argument.
So I got that in the bag. So now I have my backcourt all set. What does my backcourt need to have more success? Wing players that are role players and shooters. That's it.
Yeah.
Grant Williams, you can sign me off on.
Because you built the foundation.
Yes.
You got Ivy, you got Cade, you got Duran, you got all these.
You didn't go out and draft a pure shooter who just scores. That doesn't help. That's Bogdanovich. How's that helping right now?
Yeah,
now it helps when Cade's on the court, but who's the second ball handler if Jaden Ivey's not on this team?
It'd be Killian.
And that's
a problem, yeah.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So the fact that you have Ivy, total home run. But now you need to support it.
Yep.
Wing, shooters, defense. Isaiah Stewart, I like him. I do. Versatile. Role player. I think he's got the attitude to be in Detroit.
Absolutely, and he's progressed. You look for that. Is he getting better? He's gotten better every year. So I look at that. I value that. So I'm with you. I'm with you.
I kind of don't mind this. Let's get back. Jerami Grant next. Your thoughts on Jerami Grant?
I want your thoughts on Jerami because I
think you know where I'm going to be at. With
I know.
I mean, come on. We just did this for fuck's sake.
Next segment, I'll tell you how much he's asking for after the break.
Oh, good. He can shove it up his ass. Tell everybody about the insurance they need after they get fisted.
Oh, wow, what a transition. All right, let me tell you about our friends at Swiss Insurance, and you can check for them this week for your commercial insurance review. Swiss can help make sure you have the proper coverage. Swiss Insurance, give them a shot. You won't be disappointed. Contact them, mark@swissins.com for more information.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Shop, eat, and play all winter long over at the Monroe Street Midway with our good friends from Bedrock Detroit. What are you waiting for, huh? Indoor arcade, winter bumper cars, putt, you name it, they got it. Check them out. Enjoy it all winter long. The Monroe Street Midway, brought to you by our good friends over at Bedrock Detroit. Jeff, Jerami Grant, talk to me.
So Jeremy's working on an extension right now with Portland.
Okay.
And he's asking for $30 million a season.
Okay.
So we just talked about Grant Williams, 18 to 20. Grant is in the ballpark of $30 million. He wants a long-term deal. Now, I don't think we really need to even debate this. No, I'm not doing that. And we saw Jerami. I value Jerami. I appreciate Jerami. I mean, we talked about it last season. I know you were kind of you had the bat in the closet if they didn't trade Jerami. We talked about that discussion, how you were unhappy with the fit, and I agree. The fit was a little weird. But what you miss from Jerami is his defensive versatility and what he brought. But offensively, it was always a weird fit because he's a ball stopper. You know, it's hard with Jerami. Now, in Portland, he's playing well with Damian Lillard. And I do think an extension will get done. So I don't even think it's a reality, but it was funny seeing it floated around Pistons Twitter. The reunion. Is it possible? Could you bring Jerami back? And I see you shaking your head. And I think we're going to both agree. I would say no. I think that's you're moving past that.
Can I say something? So I don't come across as a complete ass. Jerami Grant is a very good basketball player. A very versatile basketball player.
He is.
Having said that, for $30 million, stay in Portland. And even if it was a fair contract, again, Detroit Piston fans, work with me. DM me, call me a fucking idiot, call me whatever you want. Jeff, you can put me in my place here. But I am committed to a backcourt of Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham. Fuck every single one of you. Fuck James Harden. Fuck Russell Westbrook. Fuck Jerami Grant, with all due respect. Fuck every single one of you. I am banking on these two kids being being an all-star backcourt in 2-3 years. That's what I'm banking on. I'm not banking on bringing Jerami Grant to take 15 shots a night, along with Bojan Bogdanovic's 15 shots a night.
Right.
And I'm somehow going to watch Jaden Ivey develop? No. I need this kid, who currently is still trying to find his game under this damn coach. Stop taking 7-8 shots a night, kid. You're better than that. You should be taking 14, 15 shots. You should. Because there is no Cade Cunningham at the moment. Go out there. But you know what he does? He plays within the offense. Not that there's much of an offense here in Detroit. He's very timid. I need him to develop. Because if I get him to be 26-6, which I think he will be by year 3, I got 26-6 from him. I got 24-7 from Cade probably 2 years from now. He was already doing 26-6 this year before he got hurt.
Right.
I got an all-star backcourt. Miss me with any player that interrupts that. I want shooters. I want defenders. Everybody else, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's the team I think they should build. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Actually, I think you make a great point. And I think that's important, too. Guys, you're bringing in guys that know their role. Like Jerami Grant, what he is, he's a great player. And you've seen him develop in Detroit and turn it now to this 20 points per game guy. But again, you bring in Jerami Grant, he's going to take, like you said, probably 15 shots a game. Grant Williams, on the other hand, paying him less, significantly less, knows his role. He comes in, this is your guys' team, I will play my role at a high level. He's been doing that his whole career with the Celtics, so that's kind of the difference. You're bringing in a guy with a much bigger ego, and
it's not about the ego. Jerami Grant's a great player.
No, yeah, right.
But a great person.
But if you're talented and you're paying him 30, you got to get his.
Jerami Grant doesn't fuck this project up. He doesn't. What he does is he delays the inevitable that you hope for, which is you have an all-star backcourt of Cade and Ivey.
Yes.
Did we not just agree Cade and Ivey are your primary 1 and 2 ball handlers?
Yes.
I'm not talking scores, ball handlers. The guys that dictate the tempo of the offense and make all the decisions, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So if I roll out next year, hypothetically, Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, the 3 to be determined, Grant Williams, and Jalen Duren, I'm feeling really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope to God we add more shooters.
And that's the point, too.
You have 2 players that can attack the basket, Jeff, at any time.
Oh, penetrate, yeah.
At any time. They can get to the rim. Now, can they get their shot off? Do they collapse on them? Do they have to dish it out? That's why you have shooters. That's why you bring in wing players. And you got to play better defense. And you got to get rid of the coach. I think there's so many things that need to happen. You will see such a significant difference. But I'm banking. It's just me. Mm-hmm. I'm banking on Ivey and Cade being an all-star backcourt, which I think they can and will be. And I'm not going to interrupt that. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm going to let it play out.
You bring in Grant, and there's a lot of good things about Jerami Grant, but the other thing is, you talked about it, you have Bojan and Grant, who are both going to command double-digit shots. I think that little kind of hinders the development of Cade and Ivey, to your point. So I think what the Pistons are doing right now, as much as it is kind of a mess, you're still organizing this roster and figuring things out, figuring who's going to stay, who's going to go.
If you got Grant Williams for $15-16 million, I would be happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know we're talking a $2, $3, $4 million difference, but I'm not trying to dish out half my cap.
A team
for Grant Williams either.
A team that I compared the Pistons to, I wasn't sure it was going to be this season because the Thunder have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's having an amazing season, averaging like 30 points per game. But if you watch last night's game against the Lakers, if you're watching LeBron, what the Thunder were doing, it was pretty much on par with what I want the Pistons to be doing next season. How they're coached, their scheme. You have SGA penetrating, Josh Giddey penetrating, and you got guys on the perimeter that can spot up and hit threes. Jalen Williams, Muscala, like shooters. And you just saw them, I mean, obviously the Lakers defensively aren't that good, but still, that philosophy and how they play basketball, that's how I imagine the Pistons eventually will play with Cade, with Jaden Ivey. It's that,
can I ask you something?
Penetrate, kick out. You got shooters, you got Grant Williams, you got, Ollie Bojan, Isaiah Stewart, whoever it is, Alec Burks. Like, that's where they're getting to, but the roster still has a lot of work to do.
Can I ask you something?
What's up?
And be honest with me. Don't do me like this, okay? I expect the best from you right now. Would you say the Pistons have been tanking for 4 years? Be honest.
I would say they tanked when they got Cade. That was the first, I guess.
So they've been shit now for 4 years. Can you at least agree to that?
Yes, they have.
Right?
Yeah.
So we at least agree.
Yeah,
okay.
we agree there.
Remember when the 76ers were tanking once upon a time?
The process.
It started in 2013. 19-63, 18-64, 10-72, 28-54. That was a 4-year stretch. In a 4-year stretch, they won 19, 37, 47, 57, 60, 65 games. You know how many games the Pistons have won in their current 4-year stretch?
How many?
77. The same thing. But you know what the Sixers did in year 5? They went 52-30. Are the Pistons winning 52 games next year?
No.
Fucking figure it out, Detroit.
They are not. They are not.
We laugh at the process. We laugh at it. By the 5th year, under the same coach, they figured it out. And we're sitting here going into the 5th year now. Next year. We're not winning 52 games next year. It's not happening. You can win 42. I think 41 games. I think you could. Cade and Ivy play a whole season. I think you can. But we laugh at the process. This is worse. Because I have to bank on my backcourt, and that takes time. Steph Curry took time. Damian Lillard took time.
Yeah, not everyone can be Luka.
Not everybody's Luka fucking Doncic. Okay? Even look at Trae Young now. He's struggling. And he had success early on. They got to an Eastern Conference Final, what, year 2?
Yeah.
Now, then what? It's been quiet since. They need time. Giannis wasn't Giannis till year 6, 7. Tatum, it took time. I don't mind being patient with this team. But to add players that are going to hold back who I'm banking on, I don't want to do that, Jeff. I don't. So year 5 of the process, they won 52 games. Let's see what year 5 brings next year for the Pistons. God help me. God help me. I'm tired.
I know.
I'm tired.
I know.
This is getting rough.
It's okay. It'll be all right.
What am I supposed to do?
Just do what I do.
And you know what? You could argue and say, Adam, well, the process didn't start until they went for Cade. Okay, so now we're in year 2. Next year will be year 3, and then year 4. So 3 years from now, they'll win 50 games. You can sell me on that. I would agree. 3 years from now, they should win 50 games.
If this goes, if this is what we think it is, then yes, I agree with you.
But fit, free agency, money, you got money to spend right now, and you can get away with it. And you can always pay the luxury. But I'm not worried about re-signing Cade. But does anybody want to acknowledge Jalen Duren might be 15-10, 18-12 next year?
Right.
Or by year 3? And that he's literally a problem that nobody has an answer for? And he's going to want to get paid? So your 3 might end up being your big 3. It might end up being Cade, Ivy, and Duren 3 years from now. And that's where all your money's going to go. So yes, take advantage now. Go get Grant Williams. Go get whoever you want. But please don't bring in people that are just going to take shots and do what I want Ivy and Cade to do, which is control the ball, make decisions, run the offense. It's just, to me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't need a point forward. I need a solid 4 who can make shots, play defense. Same for the 3. That's it. Everybody else, get out of the way. I got my 2 guys. And hopefully they're healthy. Who knows?
Yeah, that's number 1.
Whew. We'll take a break. When we get back, Derek Carr, 3rd round pick. Huh? Would you do it? Jets? Niners?
Oh, no question.
Or the Saints?
Well, you got to pay him, though, right? You got to take on that contract.
You got to take on that contract. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next. But before we do, I got to tell you about our good friends over at Planet Fitness. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. What are you waiting for? Huh? Your fitness is essential. $10 a month. Sign up today by going to planetfitness.com or one of their many Metro Detroit locations. Let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Woodward Sports loves sports, and we also love to party. Join us for the big super party. Wait, we can't say super. We really can't say come join us at our super party on Sunday, February 12th from the only place that can handle a Woodward Sports Super Party? Well, our Super Party will be at Flight Club on Michigan Avenue in Inkster. Join us for a live pregame show and watch party with the crew. Enjoy a halftime buffet, DJs, the Woodward Sports family, and more entertainment. You don't want to miss the big game with Woodward Sports. Get there early. This event will reach capacity. Come celebrate the Lions season. Enjoy the final game of the year in style. See you Super Sunday at Flight Club. At least the party will be uncensored.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Let me tell you about our friends at Chili Peppers Tanning, because if you need a tan, if you're like my guy Fish, then head over to Chili Peppers Tanning, because you'll find all the cleanest salons in the D with spotless, sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your Vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations and more on the way.
Chili Peppers Tan Woo.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Fish, what do I do with you?
What do you do with me?
Yeah, I don't know what to do anymore.
I mean, I don't know. Well, I'd love if my camera worked. I've reset it in 89 different spots, and I guess I need to do it 90. I don't know.
There you go. That
but
is
hey,
unfortunate.
what's the... You got to answer your question. You said, what do I do with you?
I don't know what to do with you. So think about that and give me an answer tomorrow, okay?
Well, I mean, there's a bad back here.
Give me an answer tomorrow.
Okay.
Give me an answer.
Okay.
Maybe we allow you to talk about darts like Justin is saying. Who knows?
Should I be nervous, by the way?
I think you should.
Okay.
All right. Derek Carr. I like him. I think Derek Carr's a very good quarterback. I think Derek Carr is in the class of quarterbacks you don't mind having if you can't have one of the greats, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't have one of the 6-7 best quarterbacks, you'll settle on Derek Carr. Cool. The Saints have been given the okay to have Derek Carr visit. That's all great. Derek Carr's not budging on his contract. But if I'm Derek Carr, and I can only advise him if I was advising, right? I can only give my stance on this. If I'm Derek Carr, I pick up the phone. I call Kyle Shanahan. Hey, Kyle. Look, I'll rework my deal. 1 year. All right? 2 years, $40 million. All right? And then you guys guarantee to re-sign me. I don't know. Like, let's make this work. If I'm Derek Carr, I'm not going to the Saints. Chris Olave's nice, sure. Alvin Kamara getting up there in age, but what are we doing here?
And
where's Derek Carr's agent? In New Orleans?
On top of that, too, well, I think mainly it's the connection. I mean, Dennis Allen coached the Raiders when they took Derek
I understand,
Carr.
and he was almost an MVP candidate.
Right, so there's the connection. Now, what does this do for the Saints? Because right now the Saints currently, and I want to check this just to make it clear, they're at least $55 million over the expected 2023 cap of $224 million. So if they bring in Derek Carr, you either got to restructure Carr significantly,
which he's not willing to do,
or cut players, or let go of
which
some
they're going
players.
to do.
And that's
why it doesn't make sense to me. If I'm Derek Carr, I'm restructuring my deal, because if I win, the money comes. I think athletes forget this. If you have success, if you take care of your body, if you are good at what you do, it doesn't need to be athletes only, any of you at home working. If you are good at what you do, the money comes.
Right.
Derek Carr, I think a capable quarterback. Very good. Not elite, but very good.
But
you bring him to San Francisco, they're the favorites next year. You bring him to the Jets, I don't know how I feel about New York right now.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, you've seen what the 49ers can do with quarterbacks. I think that's your main point.
In Kyle Shanahan's system, you have something there.
Right.
Now, do I think they can afford a third-round pick? Yeah, which is what the Raiders want. But are you willing to restructure your deal? If I'm Derek Carr, I do it to go to San Francisco. I don't do it to go to New Orleans, which is why I don't think he's budging. Like, if I'm going to go play New Orleans, you're paying me $40 million. I agree. But if I get a chance to go to San Francisco, pay me $20, $25, and let's figure this out. No problem. I don't know. Am I off?
Especially in that division, too. Like, if the Saints feel like if they get Derek Carr, you're competing with the Buccaneers without Tom Brady. You got the Panthers, who don't have a quarterback right now.
Sure, but the limitations, Jeff. Limitations.
I know. What can the Saints do realistically? I mean, in an NFC, I don't know. But there's reason they're interested in Derek Carr. Now the question is, does he move the needle? And if he's getting paid, like you said, if he wants $40 million, or he's okay with, or he doesn't want to renegotiate or restructure his contract, then you're in some deep trouble there. I like Derek Carr. If he comes to the NFC, especially, I mean, you can make an argument he's up there. That's how bad the NFC is in quarterbacks. But at the same time, I don't know. I would like a fit with the 49ers. I agree. I think the Saints, they need a quarterback. I mean, you got Andy Dalton. He's a free agent. You got one more year left on Jameis Winston. This is probably the best move they can get, or the best guy they can get.
But what's the best for Derek Carr?
Probably not the Saints.
He gets Josh McDaniels as a coach, and that's fucked. And somehow the organization think, you know what, Derek Carr's the problem. We should move on from him because he's not good enough to play in Josh McDaniels' system, which has always failed as a head coach. But whatever, we'll move on from that. What is it? What's best for Derek Carr?
Yeah.
New Orleans probably the best because they'll probably suck up the $40 million.
Yeah, it seems like they're the most interested. And you have that Dennis Allen connection, so maybe it's vice versa. Maybe he's just as interested in them. But yeah, this is
Derek Carr is selling himself right now because he wants to get dealt because he wants his money.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do sometimes. No problem. What are you going to do? Trey Lance, Brock Purdy next year? God help the Niners.
But he goes...
Poor Kyle Shanahan, man. Such a damn good coach.
I can't wait to see what Trey Lance... I know he's kind of written off right now, but...
It's written off.
I still think there's a lot left for Trey to prove, but we'll see. I mean, 49ers, they can't afford to just allow him to make
Trey Lance work.
It's Kyle Shanahan.
It's Kyle Shanahan.
So I agree 100% with you.
I'm hopeful for Trey Lance next year.
Yeah.
But what does Kyle Shanahan's offense demand? High IQ.
Yeah. Get the ball out quickly.
Thinkers. People that understand where they need to go based off of their packages.
Processing coverages. And
so difficult. Yeah. So much easier said than done. And for a quarterback who's played in one NFL game.
Yeah. It's tough.
And he got hurt.
He just doesn't have the experience. It's just the reality of it. So we'll see.
And your window, if you're in San Francisco, it was this. And then this past year went down to this. And going into next year, it's this. Next year, and it's over.
Because
Kittle's going.
Yes.
McCaffrey. Debo. How much longer do you expect non-durable guys to be durable along with their contracts?
And you got to be patient with Lance because you think about it, coming into the league, he missed his last year at college because of COVID. He played in one game. So all that you had on him was his sophomore season the year prior. So you play one game that year, you get into the NFL, you play, a game or two. Like, he doesn't really have a ton of experience. So, again, Trey Lance, he still is a project. I think there's a lot of upside there, but we'll see. You're right. If anyone can fix it, it's Kyle Shanahan. And I think that the Derek Carr domino, real quick, if he goes to the Saints, this has to absolutely just stamp Aaron Rodgers to the Jets.
I hope so, but look,
because
real talk here.
Who else?
Peter King. During the whole saga of Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Kyle wanted Mac Jones, John Lynch wanted Trey Lance, and the scouting team.
Right.
They went with Trey. Has it worked yet? No. Will it work? I don't know. Can it work? Yes, it can. But what I do know is also Kyle Shanahan has been vocal behind the scenes about his frustration with Trey Lance processing his playbook. You remember what John Johnson or Joe Johnson, whoever the hell it was starting this year?
Joe Johnson.
Whoever came in as a backup for Brock Purdy. I think it was
John Johnson.
Whoever
Sorry.
the hell it is.
I'm thinking of
You see
ISO
what he
Joe.
looked like in the huddle?
ISO
That's
Joe.
what Trey Lance has been in practice for a year and a half.
Right.
And then Trey Lance kind of came on late. Finally the starter. We're going with Trey Lance. Jimmy G can leave. Da-da-da-da-da. Gets hurt game one. Well, that's not helpful. Then Jimmy G goes down. But then behind the scenes there was Brock Purdy who actually consumed everything and actually looked kind of decent. And then he got hurt. It's like a never-ending cycle of quarterbacks getting hurt with this team, and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? We'll take a break. When we get back, Kool-Aid will be joining us. We'll have a conversation, and we'll move on. Josh Johnson, whatever the hell his name is. He's a backup. I don't give a shit.
Journeyman. You know how many teams he's been on, by the way?
Probably
That's
12.
unreal. Yeah.
Who knows? We'll be back, but before we do, I got to tell you about my good friends over at Cousins Maine Lobster. What are you waiting for? Scan the QR code, try their lobster tacos, their clam chowder soup, and enjoy yourself on a beautiful cold Wednesday morning, but it's kind of sunny, so it's not that bad anyways. CousinsMaineLobster.com. What are you waiting for? Check them out.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
All right, while we come back here on the Morning Woodward Show, 9:38, you know what? I'm a betting man, and if I were to advise you, I would advise you not to listen to people that guarantee anything or, you know, say that they would take out everything in their life savings and bet, and it's a bit risky. But, of course, there are petty people in life.
Okay, haven't you done the same thing?
No.
Okay.
Why does Fish talk, honestly? Like, why the
Silly
fuck?
right there.
Why the
He backed
fuck
down.
do I even bother with Fish? Why?
I mean,
Anyways,
I'm trying to be nice to you. I could easily hammer you. I can hammer you.
Shut the fuck up.
I can hammer you. I have no
Just
problem
shut the
doing
fuck
that.
up. Just shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm a great mood.
Honestly,
on
I'm very tired right now. Stop. Just shut up. Brandon Aiyuk comes off a bit petty here.
And I got the quote.
Go for it.
He said, well, it's actually 2 quotes. He kept going, by the way. There's another quote he said where he felt the 49ers never had a chance to expose the Eagles secondary because Brock went down. He's like, you're going to find out when they face the Chiefs. And then he came out again, or in the same discussion, whatever it is. But this is a different quote. He said, quote, if I were to bet on this game, I would take everything that I owned, get it in cash, and put my money on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what he said. And again, whether this is saltiness from losing to the Eagles, whatever it is, and we'll give our Super Bowl predictions out later this week. But everything you own, he's putting it into cash and putting it on the Chiefs, Adam. And you're a betting man. How crazy is Brandon Aiyuk?
If I could give any of you betting advice, don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. Okay? Very hard to do.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's kind of a rule. Just try not to. Having said that, if you're going to bet on this game, don't refinance your house. Don't take everything out of the bank. Don't do that. Be responsible. And I would love to see Aiyuk actually do this if he's so confident. I would love to see him do it. Ridiculous.
And honestly, to his point, like...
To his point, what? Deebo Samuel beats you underneath, right? Brandon Aiyuk beats you in the middle of the field, 10, 12 yards down the field. They don't beat you downfield, over the top, like there's some high-powered offense. The Chiefs bring a whole different element. Brandon Aiyuk can shut the hell up and just sit home.
Technically, yeah, he is home. He's home with the rest of the teams. He's home with all the Lions players. So I just thought this quote was hilarious, man. I mean, I would never bet against Patrick Mahomes, so I get where he's coming from if you want to bet on the Kansas City Chiefs, but to take everything and liquidate it and put it into money and go and slap it on the Chiefs. Not that he's actually going to do this, but I love it. You can hear the saltiness from him
He's
talking about
salty
this.
that the Chiefs got in that ass earlier in the season.
Yeah,
That's
you're
all
right.
I'm saying.
The Chiefs did absolutely obliterate the 49ers. That was week like 5 or 6 early in the season.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, too, people don't realize. As good as me and Mike were talking about this yesterday, as good as the Niners defense is, and both these defenses, Eagles, Chiefs, 49ers, you can bring them up. The Chiefs have absolutely obliterated the 49ers. And was that on the road, or was that
That was on the road.
Oh, my God, man. We'll see.
Oh my God. Oh dear God.
What's going on?
Oh dear God. Report comes out right now, literally 3 minutes ago. Derek Carr visiting, obviously, the New Orleans Saints. Well, Derek Carr, quote, signed an extension with the Raiders last April, but he did not produce at a level head coach Josh McDaniels would consider satisfactory, leading to Carr's benching in the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Now Carr, the conversation has shifted towards identifying a new landing spot for the 31-year-old. New Orleans hasn't found a viable successor to Drew Brees, and after stints with Jameis Winston and Andy Dalton, the Saints are now in the market for a quarterback, but he'll first have to take a trip to Louisiana and see if it's the right fit. Let me just say this, okay?
It's like a college visit.
To say that Derek Carr didn't play to this level of satisfactory for Josh McDaniels.
Can I say this?
It's like saying...
Can we say Josh...
It's like saying...
Put it in fish terms.
Hugh Jackson didn't get a fair shot in Cleveland.
Well, or you could say Josh McDaniels didn't coach up to the standards for Derek Carr. How about that? Can we swap it? If we're just going to say Derek Carr didn't play up to the satisfactory, well, my coach, Josh McDaniels, didn't coach up to my satisfactory as the quarterback. And I got benched, even though he wasn't the problem.
Dude, in a 3-year stretch prior to Josh McDaniels, Derek Carr averaged 4,300 yards a season, 24 touchdowns, and only 10 interceptions a season, while being sacked 32 times a year.
There you go. How about that defense, too?
Oh, we don't need to talk about one of the worst defenses over the last 3 or 4 years.
So,
that's what he did prior to Josh, and he had a winning record. And threw 69% completion percentage. Not bad, right? That's who Derek Carr was prior to Josh McDaniels. Insert Josh McDaniels, a career low in completion percentage. The most interceptions he's thrown in his career. Oh, and he was sacked 27 times.
Mm-hmm.
What else is new?
And then you
still can't protect him.
And then you see a good coach over in Seattle and what they're doing with their offensive staff with Geno Smith, and you see the success he's had this season. So it's sad, really. I mean, Derek Carr's career, as good of a quarterback as he is, they've just consistently failed to build around him. And he willed the Raiders to the playoffs last year.
Easy, if I'm going to be wrong on saying that Derek Carr is an MVP candidate in 2021.
That's the year he walked them into the playoffs.
10-6.
Yeah.
Who played like an MVP with his coach getting fired mid-year. And
that was
whatever.
Crazy year.
It's all good. If I'm going to be wrong about that, which is fine, then, you got to look yourself in the mirror about things that are much, much more important than Derek Carr. But regardless, we'll take a break. Let's hit Mailbag. I want to take some time with Mailbag today. I want all of you to ask as many questions as you want. Open forum, LeBron James, the Lions, the draft, free agency, the Pistons, whatever you want. Ayahuasca, whatever makes you feel good.
Fish.
Yes. No, not fish. We're ignoring fish. Fuck fish.
You got
We're
questions
taking
for
a
fish.
break. When we get back, Mailbag time. Get all of your questions in the chat. Jeff and I will answer them. Not fish. Jeff and I will answer them.
I'll answer anything I want.
Jeff, but before we go, just tell everybody about our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com for more information.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Think you're better than Derek Carr or hell, even Aaron Rodgers on ayahuasca? Head over to the Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck to try it out and test your skills. The original football bowling game, 2 to play for $12, the unlimited open play, or you can pay $120 for a lane reservation for up to 10 people. The $2 mystery beer machine, full bar. Check it all out, fullingwarehouse.com.
All right, Mailbag Jeff. What do you think of the Detroit Pistons draft prospects this year?
So, a couple guys, man, I cannot wait to get into this. Woodward Pistons, we'll get into this on the morning show as well. Those guys, I'm already watching some film already, trying to get a head start on some of these things. Besides Scoot and Victor, obviously those two, Brandon Miller has been the one I've been in love with, and I've been talking about him since December. So keep an eye on Brandon Miller, freshman at Alabama. We talk about what we look for in a player right now for the Pistons. 6'9", versatile defender who can shoot the ball at will. Yeah, I'll take that. But a lot of guys to get into. We'll get into all of it. But my personal favorite right now, Brandon Miller. Got to be. Next question.
Go for it. If the Packers move on from Aaron Rodgers, do you believe this will entice Brad Holmes even more to aggressively pursue free agents, or he already has his plan in place? Look, I think there are things and moments in life where NFL GMs in general and teams say this is our opportunity. Having said that, I don't think there's any move, even Aaron leaving, that pushes Brad Holmes to do anything that goes off of his plan. He doesn't need to deviate. The Bears won't be contenders for another year, year and a half, 2 years. The Vikings, who knows what they're going to do? They can't keep all their players, and they got to pay. The highest paid wide receiver he will be is Justin Jefferson.
Right.
You're paying $35 million a year for Kirk Cousins to be your quarterback. That's not smart business. So they got a lot of tough decisions ahead of them. The Lions are the cream of the creme, however you want to say it, in the North. They have the brightest future. I don't see why they would deviate even if Aaron leaves. Whether he stays or leaves, the Lions are competing in the North next year.
Chuck asks, Jeff, what do you think of Fish's sports takes? Fish,
they're fantastic. They're one of the best in the land.
Can I tell you shut the hell up?
They're one of the best at all sports.
Can I tell you shut the hell
writers,
up?
journalists,
Shut
reporters,
the hell up.
talent have ever seen or heard
Mute
on
your mic.
the internet.
Mute your mic.
Let him cook.
I hate you guys.
Mailbag. If WSN held a power slap contest between all the employees, who would win it?
I
feel
Spencer.
Wait, what was it?
Yeah,
what
the power
Spencer
slap
wins.
competition.
Spencer's got the biggest hands.
Either the heavyweights.
No,
you need like
Easy's got baby hands.
But Easy, he could put a lot
It
of
doesn't
force
matter.
in that beat.
No, radius.
Yeah, but
Spencer's got the biggest hands and the thickest.
But all you have to do is have force.
He just opens his palm and smacks you. He's gonna hit a part of your head you don't want to get hit at, and you will be dead.
Spencer or Braylon for sure.
I'm going Spencer or Braylon because of hand size, 100%.
Yep.
And by the way, Fish sports takes.
Fire.
One of the best.
Here we go.
It's gonna be the end of
One of the best.
You do realize like a bigger hand doesn't necessarily mean you'll win, because you might like miss your intended target.
You can't miss with a bigger
Fish,
hand.
What do you mean you can't miss? You can miss a certain spot.
Fish. Braylon could palm your head.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He might hit me on the ear instead of the cheek.
You'll still get knocked out. I promise you. I promise.
I mean, I don't doubt that.
But no, not you. I'm talking about anybody. If you get slapped, don't worry about missing the target. All right. I like this question too.
Me.
Mailbag. You guys gonna be paying attention to the Michigan Panthers this year?
No.
I told you. What did I tell you?
The Michigan Panthers will
what
not
did
be
I tell you?
the Michigan Panthers. If you're looking to talk about the Michigan Panthers or hear any news,
yes.
I have unfortunate news for any of you.
Okay, April 30th.
It will not be discussed on this show.
April 30th.
Fuck off. I don't care about their new head coach. I don't care about the football they play. I don't care about anything.
I'm just
it's a
saying,
stupid league.
You'll put it on the prep
It's a
once
stupid
April 30th
product and
comes
it's
around.
shit and it's awful and I
Okay.
won't watch a single second of it.
You say that now, but once you
I'm
hear
not
all the
saying
hype,
that. I'm telling you it's not going to happen. It will never happen on the show. I would have to be dead for the Michigan Panthers to ever be a conversation on the show. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. It'll be brought up.
Moving on.
Just saying.
Moving on.
By the way, can I bring up something related to Detroit?
Sure.
Because SummerSlam's coming to Detroit.
Who gives a fuck?
WWE.
Yeah.
It's wrestling. This isn't the Attitude
I
Era
was just
where it was
telling
actually
people
really
it's
good.
coming to
Who's
Detroit.
coming to Detroit that I need to watch?
News or something.
Who?
It's fucking SummerSlam.
Hey, it's related to Detroit. We're a Detroit network, so it's coming to Detroit.
Mailbag. Rank the four major Detroit sports teams in order. in terms of importance to Detroit sports?
I would
historically or just value?
That's tough.
Maybe both. I would say Red Wings. I'd probably put them one.
No, can't be.
Red Wings
Even
won.
if they have all the historic accolades.
No, it's got to be
It's
Lions.
always got to be the Lions.
Yeah,
one.
Lions are always
They're
one,
the
no
NFL
matter
team.
what.
The
Yeah.
NFL is the king of everything.
I think he just meant importance to maybe the city. Like the value, you're right, NFL, but if we're talking significance, I would go Red Wings. I'd probably put the Lions probably last, for being honest.
No, I think Lions.
Yeah, it's going to be Lions 1.
Pistons.
I think Red Wings, Pistons,
Red Wings,
Lions, Tigers.
I mean, we are Hockey Town, but
yeah, that's it.
I need to know how to answer this question. I don't know the question.
I agree.
Is it about historically?
Yeah.
Who's most
Let's go
important?
off
It's
that.
going to be Red Wings, Pistons, Tigers, Lions.
Bingo. That's how I'd answer. I agree.
If we're talking about value to the
Of
city,
course. It's going to be Lions.
I would
Yeah.
say Red Wings 2.
Yes.
But the Pistons are a close second to the Red Wings whenever they're successful, and then the Tigers.
Yeah,
4.
we agree on both. It depends how you judge it.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Mailbag. Justin asks, Adam, if I buy tickets, will you and me, or will you go with me to SummerSlam when it comes to Detroit?
No.
Would you go with Justin?
I think
Not
it's
even
August
Justin?
5th.
What am I going to go do? Watch grown men grab each other?
Do you enjoy that?
Who
Do you
are
enjoy
the
it?
entertainers in today's world, huh? Who are the best wrestlers, huh? Show me The Rock. Show me Stone Cold. Show me Triple H. Show me Shawn Michaels. Show me Kane. Show me any of these guys. They don't exist anymore. The characters don't exist.
Yeah,
It's a
August
shit
5.
product. It's not what it used to be, and I'm not going to waste my time.
I agree.
Thank you very much.
I agree.
Sorry to all you wrestling fans. It's just a shit product
I didn't mean
now.
it to be a debate. I was just bringing it up because there's something
just a
happening in
shit
Detroit.
product. It's a shit product.
And Sherman asks, Mailbag, what do you think about the wing situation with Dylan Larkin's contract situation?
I think they should be stubborn, and Larkin's got to sign what Steve Yzerman thinks is the most fair deal. And if he doesn't like it, he can
what's your
walk.
limit?
$8.5 million, $9 million.
So if he wants 9, okay, then you got him then.
I'm willing to talk, but yeah,
so I agree. I'm signing him.
I'm signing him. I don't want to lose him, but I'm not paying 9.5, $10 million.
No,
I'm not
it's
giving
not
you.
gonna be that.
No,
I'm
Mike,
not giving you top 10 forward money.
You comment on this.
I think it's going to be anywhere like 8.8, like around there, but you have to because Bo Horvat just got paid 8.5, and he's way better than, or Larkin's way better than him. Larkin has never really even played with top players like that, and he's had like basically 4 80-point seasons, and he's never really played with any top wingers. He's never even had a good defenseman really throughout his career. His best one's playing with him right now. So, like, he's still been doing really good, and he hasn't had talent
This
around him.
Raymond, Larkin, Bertuzzi line is not working.
I mean, they look pretty damn good for
Well,
just
Bertuzzi scored last
yesterday.
night, but, I mean...
Larkin and Raymond have looked good. It's Bertuzzi kind of just getting back up to speed, and I still think they are good.
I'm not trying to be too nostalgic, but you know what Dylan Larkin needs? He needs Raymond or a right winger to end up being Marian Hossa.
Well, Raymond's 20 years old.
Oh, I know. That's why I brought up Raymond.
Yeah.
That's what you want them to be. A guy that can just score off anything.
Yeah.
Just give me the ball. Or give me the ball. Give me the puck, and I'm gonna just shoot. It's my job. Larkin, you make the space, and I'll find it. That's it.
Hey, what do you think about this? Fletch said trade Burt and Raymond.
No. God, no. Go fuck yourself, Fletch.
Trade Raymond? Oh, my gosh. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Mailbag, do you guys see the ESPN Plus mock draft from Matt Miller? If the CBS one made you wonder, this one will make you upset. Second question, Jeff, what do you got in UFC this weekend? Did you see Matt Miller's mock draft?
No, I don't pay attention to mock
Man,
drafts. You know why?
Maybe we'll talk about that
because
soon.
this upcoming Monday, meaning you and I, are releasing our first official mock draft, and I can't fucking
And that's
wait.
the ones we're going to go off.
9 o'clock Monday morning, next Monday, 1.0. Adam and Jeff's mock drafts, they return. I can't wait. It is some of the best times we have during the off season.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Cannot wait. Second
All right.
question, UFC, who wins this weekend? Give me Islam. Give me Islam either by decision or give me submission. I'll say third round if he submits him. But I do think it'll go to decision. I have a feeling.
All right. Mailbag, trade Sadiq and a first for OG Anunoby.
I'm sorry, what were we giving away?
Sadiq and a first for OG Anunoby. I'm going to say no.
I don't mind it. I like OG a lot. I do.
Honestly, I don't even know if they would accept that. I seen ESPN doing some wild ass trades from the Nets.
Yeah,
to
OG.
get him,
They're
and, like,
asking
they were asking
multiple
for some
firsts
crazy
for OG.
shits. Yeah,
and you know what messed all this up? Rudy Gobert. Dude went for like 4 or 5 first round picks.
And look at the Timberwolves; they still suck.
Yeah, but
And
what
they
are
stink.
first round picks in the NBA? They mean nothing.
Well,
there are 3 players a draft if you're lucky that come out and can fucking ball.
But teams that are going into a rebuild value them because it's like lottery. You buy a bunch of lottery tickets, you have a better chance of hitting the lottery. So they just take all these picks. Hey, we're gonna like OKC for example.
Yeah, and
you have all those picks.
It's not working.
Well, they have tons of tries to get players. They're gonna keep trying.
I know. Oh God. Let's
Mailbag, you guys watching the big golf event or the big UFC event? There's a golf event.
I'm watching neither.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, what golf event, Fish?
It's the WM Classic, I think it is.
Waste management.
Well, you can't call it that anymore because it's not. It's WM. They changed it.
Who gives a shit? It's a
because
waste
of
management.
they changed waste management because of people were complaining about waste management, and so they just put it to WM.
They throw beers on the golf course. Who gives a fuck? All right, anyways.
Well, that
was Mike's input of the day. Oh, God.
Swamp Attacks asks, Mailbag, does Stafford get more love from Detroit fans than he deserves? I think.
No, I think it's enough.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the greatest player in your franchise's history.
But there's a lot of appreciation.
But I think you can appreciate the fact that he's your first and only franchise quarterback since, Bobby Lane.
Yeah.
Anyways, the golf tournament that people highly circle on their calendar and respect. So,
yeah. It's all because that one famous hole, right?
Yeah, 16. Yep.
All right, we're out of here. Are we watching the Daytona? Wow, excuse me. Daytona 500 next weekend.
Fuck no.
Is that a real question?
Yeah, sadly I've not been tapped in.
He's making a left turn! Oh my God! I hear that shit for 3-4 hours.
Oh, go get him, Bush!
Get the hell out of here.
Kyle Bush!
Get the hell out of here. Kyle Bush!
All right, we gotta go.
Okay, hey, I will say, we need to do a morning Woodward show at NASCAR, Michigan International. No, we do.
No, we don't.
We need to see what it's all about.
No, we don't.
I said Michigan.
No, we're out of here. Thank you, everybody who joined us. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share with the friends and family. We're out of here. Till tomorrow, Friday. Oh, no, tomorrow's Thursday, actually.
Tomorrow's
Super Bowl
Thursday.
preview starts tomorrow. A lot of Super Bowl talk. Can't wait. Till tomorrow. See you guys.
Go watch all the sports. How do you not? And make sure you tell Adam that he's the bomb.